Previously on Survivor Canberra, the Ultimate Sacrifice. On the Winu tribe, after a confusing tribal council, Mel scrambled to keep the details of her sacrifice hidden.
I also didn't want to tell the rest of the tribe that it was 3, so I only told them 2, so I really need to be careful.
And the tribe tried to work out where the extra votes came from.
Do we know who was the other, like the Mel and Joseph votes?
No.
On the Kubadang tribe, Joanna found the first set of love rocks and randomly selected who would progress in the quest. Fate decided that Soph, Michael and Grace would join Joanna in the next round.
I guess now that I'm going on to the next lot of rocks, then I probably just need to push forward and try and get the advantage now.
At the immunity challenge, the race to victory once again came down to the wire, but James and Winu came through with the goods. Anna and Nick got sent to the sacrifice zone. Anna learnt that she would have to vote publicly 3 times in exchange for an immunity idol.
At your next 3 tribal councils, you must publicly and verbally vote in front of the whole tribe before all the other votes have been cast. Great!
Back at Kubadang, the tribe was suspicious of Banfield, but ultimately, Grace was the target. Grace tried to shift the target onto her arch nemesis, Nick.
He's my enemy, my mortal enemy.
Ma even tried to move the vote onto Joanna late in the piece because of her concerns over Malcolm's growing influence. At Tribal Council, despite her pleas, Grace was seen as too volatile and became the second person voted out.
The tribe is bullying head out.
Joanna, Michael and Sophie automatically move on to the 3rd round of the Love Rocks quest due to Grace's elimination. 14 players are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Check your ass while you do
And back up.
I think the tribe's pretty hyped. We came from behind, which was good.
And then that was like...
I think that last challenge really helped us, because I think if we'd gone back to back losing like 5-4 both times, I think we had a real like fracture in the tribe. Whereas now I think we get a bit of time to gel a bit more, figure things out. Especially in case like a swap happens the next round or something.
Rise up and now, down, and go.
I really like James, but I know that he's much smarter than he's giving off.
And bring your leg over the top of the other one.
You understand, but at the same time, to be like, I'm not a bully. Hope everyone, that we're all bullies.
That doesn't sit well with me.
Tribal sucked. That was shit. I was like really stressing. People had told me that they had my back, and I think it was a good opportunity for people to prove their loyalty.
Fully understand it too.
I know, but like, just so it's like when you sign off, it's like, do you know what I mean?
Just that reaction though.
Grace, like when she was voted out, turned to us, specifically looking at me, saying like we're bullies, and I was like, what did we do fair. Like, this is the game. This is Survivor. Don't you know what you signed up for? Like, we've got to vote someone out. If you're Grace and you see no one voted you, like, you feel like...
Doesn't matter. You did say you didn't feel comfortable
And you
with
did
Grace
tell me
anyway.
in advance.
It's not like I blindsided you.
No, I appreciate it. No, thank you. Jo voted for me, and she told me before Tribal, which is another amazing sign that, you know, people, you know, respect me and want to work with me. She said, look, I just have to vote with Grace in solidarity, just so that she's not sort of like hung out to dry all on her own, unanimous. So I actually completely respect that. So that's fine.
Yeah, she was like, I don't think there was anyone that
It
was...
wasn't a personal vendetta.
No,
The
no.
lay of the land.
And I'm sad that she thinks there is. Like,
Yeah, no, of course not. Yeah.
Tribal went to plan. There was a second random Nick vote, which I think blindsided everyone. But it was Joe's moral compass in the end that did it, which is perfectly fine. I understand. You know, you're trying to, I guess, not tick people off in a sense. And Grace, unfortunately, didn't leave so graciously.
why did she put my name out? Like, you know,
She
was
thought
it
you were the one
challenge?
orchestrating it.
Yeah. And then you went to get the thing. Like,
She thought you were targeting her. She thought you were too
I mean,
shifty and
we
playing
were
too
all-
hard.
and you weren't included.
You were targeting her. I feel like,
Like she said, she tried to talk to you and you sort of brushed her off.
I think
She went off the rails a little bit, and she was getting very paranoid and confronting people quite aggressively. So things are better now that she's gone.
We need to like really just put everything into the challenges so we don't have to go through that again.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah, there is a little part of me that is worried, but I was honest. And that's what I came here to be. I came here to be honest. And that's why I told Nick what I was doing and why I was doing it.
What's Grace?
To Grace. I was like, yeah, Nick.
it's tough because
I'm
you're
going
like,
against
who
every
you? And,
fiber of me.
No,
in
it's all
this.
good.
It is hard lying to her face.
Yeah.
The one good thing that happened was that Joe put a bottle on Nick, which was like chef's kiss. Yes, like thank you for this wonderful gift. Because now Nick, obviously, I can tell he's seething at Joe, and I think he'll never trust him.
I mean, that must have been really hard for her.
So, like, at least you really.
And I think
when you
with
see that
her
the challenge as well and then go, it's
and her reaction to being voted out is quite evident that it was hard, obviously.
Joe is lovely. She's just very hard to work with, and it's kind of she's made her mind that she's with Mal all the way. Which my name is not Mal, it's Mar. So if I'm not Malcolm, why would I want Joe around?
no one wants to be first.
No, never. And it's hard.
I think I'm gonna try to lay low because I don't want Malcolm and those guys to know I'm the one who's after them. But I am. Like, I'm coming. Like, watch your back.
Yeah, belts.
How much are they?
Here
we go. Test product knowledge.
Probably like about 50.
Good bit of best.
Depends on what kind of belt you're getting.
What have you got?
Well, we have buffalo leather, which is like
water buffalo.
Yes, tell me some features.
Yeah, come on.
So those are like tougher and more durable.
I feel like Hayley is the queen bee. She's already planning 2-3 steps ahead who the next vote's going to be.
Did Sam vote Joseph? Was that the?
I'm
is that
guessing
what we're
so.
assuming? Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I just don't trust it.
Yeah.
I feel like Mel and myself are like, her Mean Girls posse. And right now, we're pretty happy to lay back a bit, follow orders, and not stick our heads up too much.
Oh, put him down, get him going.
Alright, I'm not ready. So relax for a minute.
I think if we consider Hayley to be Regina George, I think Mel is quite close with her. Might be the Gretchen winners. So I'm happy to play, dumb Karen. I can fit a fist in my mouth. I have ESPN until when it's already raining. So that skill might come in handy later.
Oh, good work.
Thanks
You
so
won
much.
your own challenge.
You gonna get the idol?
But then I'm also mindful that she probably has that relationship with everyone, and she can probably ditch us if she needs to.
And I like Hayley. Yeah. But John, I kind of feel like he's a lot smarter than he's letting on.
John, seems a bit goofy, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people who really want to work with me. Anna and I have since become really solid. She approached me saying like, I who wants to be like number ones. I want to really work with you because I need someone, that one person who I can just go to and I can just trust wholeheartedly.
But like genuinely, I would love to, because I work really well when I have a strong one-on-one. Like,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Would you
I need someone. I said it on my pre-game stuff. I need someone who I can actually like
that one person who
bounce
I
off ideas. I need someone who I can like bounce off.
Do you really like Hayley? Something about her is just really friendly and nice.
Right,
And I'm being so serious with you, like I've been saying the whole time, because I just like your vibe. It's so nice. And I feel like you're probably a bit sneaky too, but like
everyone is. It's Survivor.
So if you'd genuinely be interested in doing that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm really down.
I need to like suss her out a bit more and get to know her, but she's probably my number one.
Let me know what your advantages are. I can give you information.
But no? The bosses are so determined on keeping us straight.
I know what yours is.
Well, there's a few. Like,
yeah.
What's yours? No.
Mine?
Like, this is just between us.
Basically, just margaritas and
One
contest.
item.
Yep.
So.
Mine is cancelling of
Okay.
So happy to let James take the big target. He's just absolutely smashed out a challenge. He's the tallest person on the cast. And he's a really like vocal person. So he is absolutely the figurehead of this tribe. And if that means I can pull back a bit and hide, great. I'll orchestrate a vote, but I don't look like it because I'm not James.
So is that the strategy? Just lose on purpose the first few rounds?
Yeah.
False sense of security?
Just laying the trap.
Come on in. Okay, Winyu getting your first look at the new Kupidang tribe. Grace voted out at the last tribal council.
All right, Hayley, what do you think of Grace getting voted out at their first tribal council? What are the views?
Look, I don't think we were too surprised here by that one. There'd been some whispers surrounding that name, and it turned out to be true. So,
is two girls getting voted out in a row a concern to someone like you, Anna?
I mean, a little bit, but not necessarily. Maybe if the pattern continues, but not so far.
Absolutely. So are you ready to get to our next challenge?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
Good.
So we are playing for immunity. So with that, we'll get the immunity back, please, John. Got it this time.
Too simple.
Thank you. So immunity back up for grabs. We also are playing for rewards in the form of sandwiches, which we'll deliver to you back at your camp. We've also got a special bonus for this challenge. So we've got an Australian Survivor alumni, Connor from season 1 of Australian Survivor. So he's going to go with the sacrifice people, maybe give them a little bit of mentorship, and then he's going to go back with the winning tribe. You can do with Connor whatever you see fit. You can ask for advice. Please don't harm him, but...
Connor must live to see tomorrow.
Yes. We have to send Connor home healthy and happy. But yeah, you can get to know him, ask him about his season, or you can use him for advice, obviously, as well. So, let's get to the challenge.
In this challenge, players must take turns launching sandbags in an attempt to get their teammate to catch it in their bucket. The catchers can block their opponents from catching their own sandbags. Once a tribe has successfully landed 5 sandbags in their own bucket, work can begin on a Season 2 Survivor Canberra logo puzzle. The first tribe to complete the puzzle wins immunity and is safe from Tribal Council. They also win reward in the form of sandwiches and a visit from Australian Survivor player Connor.
Survivors ready? Let's go. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a learning curve. Okay, Kupidang have their first beanbag. Okay, oh. Yeah, Michael's trying hard. It's a bit of a learning curve, this challenge. Seems like Kupidang have it pretty sorted out. I think Kupidang have 2 beanbags. We're looking for 5.
It seems live that longer is better than shorter in this challenge.
They've almost got their 5th beanbag.
No, that's the bottom, that's the bottom.
We've got to stay behind the line there, Joseph.
Take them all now. Turn them up so you can see them.
Almost, yep. Okay, that's one beanbag for Win You. Make sure you stay behind that line, Joseph. It's a difficult challenge, this one. Beautiful. Alrighty, that's our second beanbag there for Win You. Okay. Okay, Win You only have two beanbags in their bucket. How are we going over there on the puzzle? Put a bang. Doing a pretty good job. Joe on the puzzle over there.
She's got a big head start, doesn't she? So we'll see how that goes.
One more bag for Win You. They're so close. It's hard work down there for Joseph. Almost.
How do you spell the word?
Okay, that's their fifth beanbag.
Working on your puzzle, Win You.
Now we've got both teams working on their puzzles.
Smash it, smash it.
Okay, Kubadang are swapping out there on their puzzle. Some different strategies happening here.
On the bottom.
Simon working on the puzzle there for Win You.
And watch.
When you think you have it done, raise your hand and we'll check it for you.
Typical puzzle there with little pieces. Different strategies on both teams.
You got some skull in there.
Harder than it looks, possibly, Liv.
Absolutely. We've got Mal over there for Kubadang. Simon's still working on there for Win You. Kubadang making some progress here.
Two bits with yellow. Ultimate.
With small pieces, it can be seems pretty difficult. Kubadang making some good progress.
Great job, Malcolm.
Win You also starting to get somewhere now. Kubadang really making some good progress. They did have a bit of an advantage. They were able to start much earlier. Is that going to be the difference? Another piece there for Kubadang. When you continue to push forward, Kubadang almost getting it. They've got a couple more pieces left. Can Win You pick it up? Kubadang with a couple more pieces left. One more piece for Kubadang. Kubadang win immunity and reward.
Oh
my God, well done, team.
All right, Kubadang, another immunity win. Congratulations. Someone come and get the idol.
Puzzle Master.
Thanks, Liv.
Well done, Kubadang. So, Kubadang, you've also, on top of your immunity, you've also won rewards. So you will get sandwiches delivered to your camp. And you'll also have Australian Survivor player Connor coming to your camp as well. So congratulations. Again, we do have a difficult decision to make. So Kubadang, you have to send one member of Win You to the ultimate sacrifice zone. Alright, good dang, we need your decision.
No, Mars got it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, go.
I don't know.
Yeah, go.
No, I don't know.
So, Ma, what's your decision? I'm making an executive decision.
Alright, Mars chosen Simon.
Simon. So Simon's going to the ultimate sacrifice zone. Simon, who would you like to take with you?
Okay.
So Simon chose Ma, so Ma and Simon are coming to the sacrifice zone. And Connor is coming with you as well, yeah. So Mel, how does it feel to lose your second immunity challenge?
Sucks.
Kind of sucks, yeah.
Yeah. Sandwiches would be nice.
Are you hungry?
No, not really.
Not really, not yet anyway. Right. So win you another tribal council for you, so we'll give you a bit to think about it, and then we'll see you at tribal council. So you can head on out.
Oh, hi. Big fan. Huge fan. Thank you for coming down.
Please, no photos, Simon, please. And Ma, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What do you
Can I
got?
read it out, Simon?
Okay. Welcome to the sacrifice zone. One of you will be making the ultimate sacrifice. If you make a sacrifice, the survivor gods will be appeased and reward you with an advantage in this game. The bigger the rewards, the bigger the sacrifice must be. The advantages on offer are: 1. Give safety without power. 2. Cancel a vote. 3. Steal a vote. 4. Safety without power. 5. Expiring idle, valid for 3 votes. 6. Idle. And 7. Super idle.
I'm guessing that's like how risky the
I would
sacrifice
say it's
is.
hierarchical, I'd say so.
Okay.
1 to 7. So, we've got a couple of choices. We choose not to go. We then take a bag.
What do you want to do? How safe do you feel in your group? If you come back with nothing, will they be upset?
I think I'm okay.
You think you're okay?
I think I'm okay.
So you're not gonna sacrifice?
No, I'm sacrificing. I feel comfortable. That might be naive of me, but I think I'm hoping that I've done enough work in the background.
Definitely all for, like, I think making a big
Gotta
move. Especially
play.
if you feel, do you feel comfortable? Can I ask you that in front of your,
Yeah,
feel free to divulge
I
what you
think-
want in front of your competitors.
How you can ever feel comfortable, but
Mm.
you gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, you do.
This is a lot harder than I thought. You do end up double guessing yourself. Ready?
3, 2, 1. The ultimate sacrifice. So ultimate sacrifice, I had to choose to risk it or not. I'd risked it and I chose a mid-level advantage. Maybe cancel a vote. I think in a swap that would be like in a dead.
Yeah, makes sense. Is that what you're going for, Ma?
I don't know, steal vote. Let's
Steal a vote. Steal a vote?
Steal's a bit more
Alright.
like more it's devious, so let's go steal.
Got a little bit more power than the cancel vote.
Okay.
Sure.
I think it's most useful at a swap if I'm in a deadlock tribe or even in the minority. A steal a vote swings it because we're gonna have. I'm guessing we're gonna swap in the next few rounds, so I think the numbers are gonna be tight.
Can I ask you, what is your position in the tribe?
What
are the dynamics?
I think there's a very strong 3 with Mal. I think the official alliance is Mal, Soph, Nick and I.
Okay.
But I think Mal and Soph have Joe as a backup plan. I feel
Okay.
like they're outflanking me in
Okay.
a sense. So I have my backup plans with Michael and like the other guys. I'm really freaking out. I'm thinking who do I was like, for sure I want to tell Michael. I'm like, I kind of want to take Nick and I really want to take Soph, but Soph's gonna tell Mal. So I'm like, I'm just gonna tell those people. I want to tell people one-on-one.
I've found with, if you're in between two parties, if you
Yeah.
are stuck in the middle,
I am, yeah.
a really good strategy, and it's something that Machiavelli talks about, is that
Okay.
if you're in between two warring sort of city-states, that playing both sides will result in them both hating you, depending on which one wins. if you just choose one, but you have to choose the right one, the one that's going to win, you just choose one and stick with it, then they'll remember that and they'll love you for it. So it can be a bit of a curse, it can be a bit of a good thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's really tempting to play both sides, and it often ends up meaning both sides will hate you. And the one that eventually wins will remember it.
Okay. I'm freaking out right now. Like, I'm a little calm, but I'm like, I am freaking out. Yeah. Disadvantage of challenge. Your next minute challenge, either you or your tribe. Either you, your tribe, or you as an individual will receive a disadvantage, making it harder to win. Cool. I don't care. We're gonna get a disadvantage at the next challenge. I need to figure out what to do about that. I think I want to talk to Nick. I'm gonna talk to Nick and Michael, and maybe they can back me up and find a way.
Yeah, we really are at the point we need that.
I'm not supporting you talking
bloody
ripper.
So
wants to go back to back.
Came away with the victory there, so that was a great feeling. And then back to camp. Didn't even think about the fact that we won sandwiches at that point. We're just so happy about winning, and then somebody brought it up, and it was like, yes.
Connor,
Malcolm, how you going?
Alright, first of all, like, patio. No,
nothing down the bra.
Simon wanted to talk to me forever.
We've won 2 immunity challenges and they've both had a reward, so we've been super lucky about that. We knew have won 1 and no rewards.
One other person in Yass that hits them. So when I'm at the shops, I'm like,
I love how you both know each other.
Oh, well, you know, when you want to win a challenge, of course you want to win every challenge, but the challenges you want to win are the ones that come with rewards. Because how good are rewards? We've got sandwiches, we've got coffee, we've got tea. We're set. This is just camping to us.
There was one instance where I had like all these napkins in my hand, and there was like within one of the napkins was like an immunity a clue.
Oh, yeah.
And I was holding it and I was just giving out the napkins to people because that's the polite thing to do, just none the wiser. And then you watch it back and you're like, what was it?
Connor is he's a really cool guy. He's so friendly, you know, just so relaxed, wealth of knowledge. We're just picking his brain about so many things about being on Australian Survivor. So yeah, like really cool guy though.
It's bizarre because you can't talk about it until the cast is announced.
right.
So there was like a couple of weeks and like people didn't know where I went. Like you just disappeared for like.
So we get back to camp and we get this nice surprise that as Australian Survivor alumni from the first of the new seasons, Connor just show up out of nowhere. It's like, oh, hello. Which is just crazy. A lot of us are fans of the show, so of course seeing Survivor alumni is just screaming to us. It's like, oh my god, just start fanboying all over the place.
But it's weird, you come back really skinny. People are like, are you alright, man? Like, I remember some
Mum must be really fit.
Yeah.
That's stressful.
Like I had a friend who was like, hey dude, like is like everything okay? Like you've lost some weight, and I'm like, yeah man, I'm fine. Yeah, I've just like I don't know, like I've just been on a bit of a diet. Like, yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're on TV and people are like,
Amazing that he could come out, you know, and provide his time for us to have him come to our tribe as a reward.
Definitely.
your eyes are amazing, just for the record.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Man, you're my favourite tribe.
They are gorgeous. We could do anything with Connor.
Joseph and the catching was, I think that's probably the part that let us down. It really brought us like lots of sort of time, and then on the puzzle I feel like Simon was just wasting a lot of time. That left Simon and Joseph.
Wait, so who you want to vote for?
We can split between Simon and Joseph.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So for me, the next to vote is between the 2 of those.
Well, I guess in general I fucked up that challenge, which I feel really bad about. I should have done the puzzle in hindsight. So yeah, I'm scared that I'm now with Target because of it. I think my alliance should still be strong, but there's a lot of paranoia and we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sacrifice, yeah, Mel, yeah.
Well, yeah, we were just thinking Mel as well.
Yeah,
because we know she has something. Yeah.
Yeah, is there a way we could split votes or something?
I guess, I mean, who would you split on? Because I mean, I heard some people say is because he's in a black rock.
Yeah.
And he could be lying.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But which way do you think is better for us?
I think between those two, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm playing an individual game from the start, but trying to come across as I'm here for the team. But you know, do you trust your smile? Well, if you do, you shouldn't.
Don't say three of us, but no, but at least we know where the three are going.
Yeah. Well, and we'll know her because she has to announce it.
Oh yeah, and I will have to start off.
Yeah. But that could warn her. So how about we have her vote Mel, and then we go on Simon, so she plays something.
Yeah.
Simon and Mel, I think, are on the outs. My goal in this is just make sure I don't give out it out, and I think those two are the obvious targets. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we vote Simon.
No, we vote. No.
Oh, so we're all voting Mel.
Who are we voting?
Yeah.
Because I think it's better if we try to get
I think
other people on board, so it's not just like...
we have two goals. We don't want something, but I think we might as well get Mel flushed out now, just in case we lose again.
Okay.
So I think we have her use her live vote.
Yeah.
To vote for Mel, so she's scared.
Yeah.
And then the three of us vote Simon.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I mean.
Anna is having to publicly vote the next 3 votes, which I thought was pretty savage.
So I'm voting for Mel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Because yours is public.
Yeah. I know, it might be scary.
Scare, and then what are we voting for? Okay.
Yeah, and if it's a revote, we all go Simon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello.
I'm gonna go with Joseph, and I'm hoping the majority do that.
Yeah.
Where's your head at, Mel?
I think to where we were positioned to from my last vote.
Yeah.
Joseph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to vote out the only other person of like colour on my tribe, given we're like very much a clear minority, but I also like don't want to stick my head out.
If you want, you can go Simon because the plan is basically we're gonna use a public vote to make Mel think it's her.
Right, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, because Anna's thing is the public vote, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really wanted to meet Connor. So that was kind of upsetting.
Like, there is an angle where I'm not sure if I trust a 3-2-2 split with a tribe.
Oh. I already wanted to vote out Joseph before this challenge. He's been on my radar for a while. Just because I don't feel I can trust him. I trust Simon. I trust Joseph. Yeah. I don't trust Joseph at all. He said he likes me, but I don't believe him. He's not said a word to me. Oh, so it makes sense that it was him.
Haley was gunning pretty strongly for Joseph. He's managed to put himself on the outs with some of his stories about his personal life.
I moved here, then I was in WA for hotel quarantine, so I had to get out, then I had 2 weeks of being free, and then spend it in the Philippines so I could be with my mom on her, especially because my family, it can be traced to the 1200s in Spain. Spain had a civil war over which king was legitimate, so I'm gonna stay 100% loyal because that does badly.
So, probably hasn't done himself any favours.
We're still on the same vote.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think it's just best for all of us.
Yeah. I think the funniest thing is everyone's just said that they think that Mel thinks that Joseph put her name down and that's why she wants him out, and I'm just laughing because I put her name down, and I think it's so funny how they're all like, who put her name, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I voted Sam.
He's definitely the one that wrote my name down.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, 100%.
Even though that was kind of an accident, I think it's hilarious how it's played out and sort of worked to my advantage.
Yeah, because
he told
he's
me
definitely
that.
the one that voted for me.
Yeah.
And he said he wants to flush whatever advantage I have.
Yeah. So maybe is it an idea to put just...
I definitely think me and Anna are super tight. I definitely have a good rapport with John and Mel.
So I could just vote out loud for Joseph and it won't matter as long as we're all sticking to it. I think I was just talking then to James, Haley and John, and I think we have a pretty good alliance, and we're hoping to vote Joseph, and I'm going to say James is my public vote because James is aware that I'm doing it, and he said it's okay because no one's going to vote for him, and then he knows that I'm going to do it. So it's going to get worried then when I stand up there and say James instead of Mel, but I don't want Mel to I think I'm just going to go with James because he doesn't...
Because he said he's fine.
Yeah, but should we tell Joseph that I'm saying James? Yeah. So because he's going to worry why I'm standing up and saying Mel.
Yeah.
So who should I say? I'd feel more comfortable saying James so
Yeah.
that I don't create any tension.
Yeah, because I think so too, because he's actually said he's okay with it.
Yeah, I'm just worried about if Joseph hears that and he has like an advantage or something.
7 people. How do I win? Preventing 4 people from voting for me. So that's my main goal now.
Oh
Can you only allow one?
there's so many.
There's also I did get the first rock, so hopefully the second and third rock are just very similarly placed.
The fact that I'm limping at this stage really does not bode super well for my game in the long term. I had a fall before I came here on Thursday night, grabbing a sleeping bag, and I think I buggered my ankle in the tug of war. So I really buggered my knee before coming here, and I think I did my ankle separately. So I'm not having the greatest time right now. Putting weight on it, but even just existing. It just kind of aches. But you just gotta give it what you can. And yeah, I just don't want to be voted out because of an injury.
I believe I'm working with Mel. You know, you've got to look and go, if you took a couple of votes to maybe 3 votes, then what did you get in reward for that? Because that's a pretty hefty sacrifice to make.
The hardest part is to actually have an alliance with somebody and hardly talk to them.
True.
Because it's all about trust.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say to you ever again. Till the end.
I'm hoping that the 3 that I'm working with do vote Joseph, because I know I've got 3 votes coming my way.
Probably not a bad strategy.
Come on in.
What will be your second tribal council with you?
I might get that out of the way.
Alright, when you back at tribal council, James, what happened at the challenge?
Yeah, at the challenge it was tough. I just got a bit of too much of a lead, I think, and at the end of the day it was no one's fault really. It's just they managed to just nail those bags in the bucket like very quickly. But I think it's all the challenges so far. It's been a really good sort of team effort.
Yeah.
And I do know that we can, I feel confident in this tribe that we can win moving forward.
And Hayley, I can see there that you look a little bit injured. Can you tell us what's happened?
Yeah, so I am suspecting I rolled my ankle in the first challenge. Walking is quite painful.
Well, you're being a trooper, obviously, continuing on, so well done.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll support you and keep a close eye on you.
Thanks.
Hayley, do you think this affects future challenges, or do you expect to make hopefully a quick recovery?
I mean, obviously it's going to affect something into the immediate future. Having a cast or a strap isn't just going to magically fix it in 10 minutes. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to contribute as much to challenges as I would like to. But
we'll hope
that's
for the
just
best.
how this sort of thing goes.
Absolutely. And at the last tribal council, the tribe did seem pretty united, Mel. What's the feeling like now? Are you as united as you were in the tribal council 1?
Yeah, I think it's a tough one because everyone seems to get along quite well. It sucks.
Do you think, Joseph, that maybe, the day's getting on and you haven't had anything to eat, you might be a bit tired? Is any of that playing into how you're feeling at the moment or the decisions that you might be making?
I think definitely the time that we spent just trying to, between the talking and the first tribal, what was that, like 30 minutes? And now that's, 4 or 5 hours at this point. And I think now we're just all closer, so now the decisions seem more real and less arbitrary, which I think hurts it quite a bit.
So does it get easier because it's not as arbitrary, or does it get harder, Simon, because you know all these people and you're starting to bond with these people?
It gets harder. There are different levels of complexity. The first person we had to vote out, we had to almost, it was a blind shot in the dark, because you know so little. We haven't really had any failings, so it's not as simple as just pointing to one event. It's which seems fickle, but that's how the game rolls. You know, you can be perceived to not be talking to somebody when it's just you're working your way around and you're trying to get a bit deeper with the relationships, and that can upset people. You know, you can be looking for rocks and people suddenly think you're a threat. You know, you're playing with people's emotions, and people start getting worried because they're worried about where they sit. So it's a tricky game. Before we move on from me, I'd just like to say to Hayley, you don't need to prove anything to us. Those first couple of challenges, you were awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Anna, what is the vote about for you, this tribal council? What's the reasoning for your vote?
For my vote, mainly I can just share my sacrifice now because I think everyone already knows it. My vote's based because I have to vote publicly, so it's more because of that. And then I think it's just based on like a general consensus.
Right, so Anna, you will be voting before everyone else does, and you'll be doing that verbally in front of the tribe. So how do you prepare for that? Like, what do you do?
I don't know, it's very stressful because I don't want to be making enemies, but I think that's kind of what happens with this sort of thing.
And so it sounds like your strategy there was to be open and honest with the
I've
tribe.
tried to talk to everyone about it, and I think we're all on the same page with it, so it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone.
So John, do you think the battle lines are drawn in this tribe? Do you think there's clear divisions, or do you think it's still like a bit blurry about where everyone actually stands?
I don't think so. I think as I've mentioned, I think the toughest part is that we all get along. You know, I think the obvious dickhead that you can vote out. That would make it easier. I think like we're all on the same page, and I think it's important to be like that, especially if there's a tribe coming around the corner. You don't want anyone to feel like they're not in with the group.
So Mel, one thing is that you might seem all on the same page, but you might actually just be following someone else's lead. Do you think that's the case, or do you think you are actually like a flat, democracy here?
I think it could be a mix. Like, you don't necessarily want to be the one seen talking to everyone, but you also don't want to be not including some of the conversations. So I think sometimes it's smart to hold back a little bit.
Right. James, do you think there's a leader in this tribe?
I wouldn't say there's a leader in this tribe. I don't think it's a dictatorship, it's a democracy here. Like, we all get along, and I feel like everyone's voices are heard, whether it's making a decision for who to put in which position for a challenge, or if someone has an idea, who you want to vote for. I really feel like everyone's voices are heard as well, and I think that's very important moving forward as well, that everyone feels like they can contribute.
So I suppose, James, just to back onto that, it might be a democracy. Does that mean it's a democracy with your votes as well? I mean, does everybody discuss who's voting who, or how do you decide? Someone's got to be voted out.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones where, hey, even in politics, people come and go at the same time. So either way, it is a democracy with, all of us are, in the House of Representatives. All of us are here, and, everyone has a voice.
So let's open the mic. Does anyone feel like they are in trouble and want to make a last pitch?
Obviously.
Go for it, Hayley. The floor is yours.
I don't want my story to end based on an injury.
Yeah, it would be an awful way to go out, obviously, wouldn't it? Yeah. So with that, we will get to Anna's public vote. So we need you to vote verbally now, Anna, before we get to the vote.
I'm going to vote for Mel.
Okay, so Mel, you have one vote now. And then with that, we will also get to the vote. So Joseph, you can head up first.
Oh.
I will.
wish I had a witty line or something to say, but eh.
I am voting for this person because they've been saying my name all day. So, be gone.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Sorry Joe, you may be from Cebu, but we're blindsiding you.
Alright, we'll go count the votes. Alright, if anyone has an idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, let's count the votes then. Alright, so just a reminder, there is one vote for Mel already. Alright, second vote. Joseph. So that's one vote Mel, one vote Joseph. Third vote. Joseph. Two votes Joseph, one vote Mel. Fourth vote. Mel. We're tied. Mel. 3 votes Mel, 2 votes Joseph. Simon. 3 votes Mel, 2 votes Joseph, 1 vote Simon. Mel. 4 votes Mel, 2 votes Joseph, 1 vote Simon. Joseph. Joseph, we're tied again. 4 votes Mel, 4 votes Joseph, 1 vote Simon. Last vote. The third person voted out of Survivor Canberra, the ultimate sacrifice. Joseph. You can bring us your torch.
Joseph, the tribe has spoken.
How fucking dare all of you?
Well, what an exit, firstly. So there was a lot of talk about politics in this vote. This time you all got elected, but be careful because the vote might swing against you next time. You can head on out.
Like, as much as I was blindsided, I don't know, I got a vibe that it wasn't as I said it was. I do regret spending so much time with Haley when she got injured initially, just because I felt bad, just because I think that's probably where the ideations for this plan started. I also think someone would have needed to betray me. I don't know who. It's fine though.
I really appreciate the kindness you showed me, just sitting with me, helping me with my injury. But if it's not you, I think I'm going home.
I guess I'd rather be advantaged out than otherwise out, and I think I ended on a point where I would add everyone on Facebook and grab a drink or whatever, which I think is a good point to end it.
The most important thing of politics is to be in the numbers. And sorry, Joseph, I'm not crossing the floor.
I guess it's just very clearly one alliance and the other. I guess some people flipped and it was more in the middle than I thought it was. I think people are smarter than I give them credit for. I think Anna has more control than even she realizes.
I'm sorry, Joseph, but you've got it in for me.
Oh, yeah, I hope one of my tribe wins. That's all I'm gonna say. I think all of them are quite clever. If Haley wins, that'd be the most interesting story, so I'd go with that.